Welcome to Animation Nation. I'm Jake. This is Will. Round one of Guess That Anime Opening, or ending, or just openings?
Opening.
Just openings.
Right.
So, here we go.
Did you pick good ones this time?
Ooh, he got you.
I don't know that.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, Digimon.
One more second.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Breakdown. Really?
Two more seconds, sir.
Digimon. Digital monsters. Ow! It was literally saying at the beginning, Digimon.
Can we raise the volume, please?
Digimon.
I hated that I recognized it. I was like, wait a minute.
I know, I was like, I know this, and then I
I
just
heard-
got shot back to middle school.
I heard the bubble in there. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
I thought it was that at first. I was like, that kind of sounds like Digimon because it starts out with that.
There are a lot of songs that start out
Not
like
like
that.
it like something
Well, yeah,
freaking stuttering.
the stuttering part, yeah, no, that's definitely Digimon, but the beginning part, the very beginning part.
It's iconic. I'm surprised
Very.
it had this name. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, song number 2.
Stop it. Future Diaries.
Yeah, it is.
No.
I have honestly no idea what that is.
Maria Nikki.
Bruh.
That's not even fair, I'm
Bruh.
sorry.
I have no idea what you even said.
Maria Nikki is basically about a girl who stalks this
Okay.
boy from another dimension.
No, okay, but I still didn't understand the word you said. You said it too quick.
You're kidding me. That's made by Nikki.
But I
I
don't.
have not seen the show in over a decade. So,
haven't-
oh my god.
I haven't seen the show.
How
at
did
all.
I forget?
I didn't see the show at all. So.
How did I forget?
No, don't do it. I want 3 seconds. Please and thank you. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z just because I have no other guess, but I know it's not it.
You know what? You're not wrong, but you're completely wrong.
Because you know what? I was like, you know what? It's not Enter the Dragon or whatever it is, but I'm like, I'm gonna guess it.
Nope. Nope.
One Punch Man Season 10.
I never watched One Punch Man. So,
What the heck is wrong with you?
What is this? This just sounds like he pulled out some Swedish death metal.
This is the second season, which is less superior to the first. And did you see the shirt I got from Teco? Because it's from that show.
I'm just gonna start guessing things. Tokyo Ghoul. Cory in the House. That's So Raven. My Hero Academia. One Punch Man.
Oh, that's One Punch Man Season 2?
Come on! I can't even hear it. Can somebody give me a headset?
Yeah, that's
Boy, did you guess because I put the one?
Yeah, because you were like, wow, wow. I was like, oh, that's one fish, not two.
what the heck? It's Confucian.
I'm just gonna sit here because I got nothing.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Free?
Is that Michael laughing?
No, I'm actually lost here.
Wait, is it newer or older?
Are these all openings?
Vinland Saga?
I haven't watched Vinland Saga
Funny
yet,
thing is,
so.
I've never seen it before.
Keep going.
2 hours later.
But I'm gonna watch how Come On Will. It's from
I
the-
really don't know.
You know it's from that one show? From that season? You know what I'm saying?
The only thing fresh in my mind now is Cowboy People.
Is it Friends?
Wait. No.
How am I missing these?
Currently?
Yeah, there's only 2 things I can think about.
Because I have no idea what that would be. I'm still stuck in like 10 years ago what the big 3 is.
I'm already forgetting. Like, is it the one with the magic? You told me about that
You
thing.
say in boats?
In boats. It's a Viking thing, but I don't know the name.
Is it Minnesota Vikings?
No.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Kirk Cousins, you're getting paid too much to be trash.
Oh my god, what? How do I not know this one? I know it! I just can't say it. What is it?
Seven Deadly Sins? Okay, I was just taking a wild guess at that because
Oh, this is jazzy. Is it any of the ones I said earlier? Didn't think so.
Is it Code Geass? Oh, okay.
80s. Is it the
That old?
detective one? Not, you know,
you're
one
gonna
of-
say Detective Conan.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, man, I was like, wait a second. I know this, but wait, I'm not sure.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not gonna guess it.
If you took the singing out of this, I just like the beat.
Yeah, it slaps.
You know what? I should have known that one too. It sounded so familiar. I'm sitting here like I should
It's
know
been
this.
a while though.
Oh, explains why I haven't seen it. They're there.
It's all the classics. Oh my god.
No, keep going. I was trying
Keep
to.
going.
Sounds like
Is
you
this a
pulled this
Disney
from.
musical?
That's what it sounds like you pulled it from. But as soon as I heard that, I recognized it, but I don't know what I recognize it from.
I've never heard this.
This is my problem.
And I saw him like physically belch at that.
Which means he doesn't like it, but he recognizes it.
You can turn up a little. I'm deliberately not answering because I do know it. I refuse to answer this. Oh my god. Mike, what do you say?
I have honestly no idea what this is.
Oh, Yuri on Ice. It's for men.
Is it era, newer?
Is this Yuri on Ice?
And with that, I've taken the L.
Wait, is it old or new?
Stop.
I can ask these questions, right? Okay. Roll it.
Sounds older.
Is it Fist of the North Star?
I'm resisting from flipping this table.
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Sailor Moon.
It's a Sailor Moon.
Inuyasha. How old is this?
It sounds old.
I swear to God.
It sounds familiar.
Is it Dragon Ball?
No, it's not. What time?
Gundam.
You're just listing off older songs, older anime. See, judging by your reaction, I can tell that you know this song and have seen the anime, so it's a show that you've watched.
Rurouni Kenshin?
It's a race. Oh, no. I can't guess again until you guess, but I feel stupid.
Is it General Hospital?
Oh. It's another.
All right. I take my L with pride.
All right, well, this is the point I leave because
Okay.
you know darn well I haven't seen that
I haven't
show.
seen it either. Welcome to episode 1 of Protagonist Corner. In this episode, we'll be talking about Rimuru Tempest, the protagonist of the smash hit series, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Backstory. Rimuru's story starts out as normal as any other. Satoru Mikami, sorry for messing it up, awakens from a dream where he was a bossy slime where he could turn into a boy or a girl. After waking up and reminiscing about it, he planned on meeting up with his friends, Tamaru, who is his colleague from work, and Tamaru's girlfriend, Miho. When the trio decided to walk to their desired location to eat at, they hear shrieks coming in front of them. They suddenly see a crazy man running towards them with a knife. Satoru noticed that the crazy man was aiming towards Tamaru, and Satoru, not even thinking, immediately shoves him away and takes the knife straight to the abdomen. Upon getting stabbed, he falls to the ground and he starts describing his regrets. By each regret he described, he hears a mysterious voice called the Great Sage, which grants him different abilities in his next life. Upon awakening in a cave, Rimuru finds himself in a cave filled with different magical minerals. He then began wandering around the cave until he came across a dark, large figure named Veldora Tempest, who turned out to be a dragon. Who knew? Rimuru later asked Veldora if it was okay to take him with him by using the unique skill called Predator to swallow him, and thus began his journey into this weird and mysterious and mystical world. Personality and comparison. His appearance as a slime might deceive you, however his personality tells a different story. Rimuru Tempest is actually a lighthearted, kind fellow who tries to make the best of his new life by meeting new people and finding solutions that might not cause harm to anyone, whether that be friend or foe, unless they attack his friends personally. He is very cautious when it comes to certain situations, but he acts severely to those who attack his close ones, like his subordinates, good friends, countrymen, and students. In comparison to other isekai series, or a series where an ordinary person or a person is transferred from their world to another, for instance, in comparison to Ainz Gown from Overlord, Ainz tries to be civil but usually ends up as the anti-hero who doesn't care about anybody else besides himself. While Rimuru, for one, cares about everyone around him and tries to help out as many people as he can, while also maintaining the leadership in the town of Rimuru. Abilities. All of Rimuru's powers are spawned from the god tier ability known as Predator, and his racial perk of being a slime. Being a slime negates the need to eat, sleep, and even breathe. It also allows him to be completely immune to feeling pain. This, however, is just the tip of the iceberg. Rimuru's primary ability allows him to absorb and replicate the powers of any being he assimilates. For instance, after he killed and assimilated a massive spider, he gained the skill Sticky Steel Thread, which allows him to shoot a web-like thread that is harder than steel. Later on, major spoilers incoming. He assimilates the Demon Lord Ifrit and gains all of his skills, from a high-tier black flame to total fire resistance. Lastly, he has the ability to talk to the Great Sage, which is akin to having an instant summon guide to help you in any situation. Overall, Rimuru is not a bad slime, slurp slurp. His personality is a heart of gold, and his motivation to help people is astonishing. He is a leader, a teacher, a comrade, and is a great person. At first, you may think Rimuru is some monster with his different abilities not common to other monsters in the forest of Jura, but in reality, he is a perfectly normal human being with morals and reasoning. His actions led him down paths that have good endings, and when his people are attacked, he plans ahead and always thinks before he acts. This show is filled with laughter and surprises with every person he meets. From battling ogres to fighting giant flying sharks with wings, aka the Megalodon, the overall atmosphere of the show could change in an instant, and with crude humor, the show just gets better and better. If you're looking for a protagonist that has a heart of gold and is very helpful to those around him, I highly recommend watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Till next time, never judge a protagonist by what they look like. They might not seem like a caring person, but in a time of need, they'll be there for you. See ya.
Naruto. 30% plot, 63% filler, and 100% better fights than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, the series that most people don't know exists. Dragon Ball Z, the show that made screaming for a power boost popular. Dragon Ball Super, the greatest example of living in your ancestors' shadow.
This is for everyone you've killed! Egghead murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black! What?
Death Note, possibly one of the most intelligent cat and mouse style mystery series ever created. My Hero Academia, X-Men, in Japan, Seven Deadly Sins, Sir Meliodas.
Meliodas! Sir 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 Meliodas!
Again, all that needs to be said, really. Gintama, the definition of going from 0 to 100 in literally mere moments. No game, no life. More like no funds, no second season, am I right? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Phantom Blood. Overlooked and underrated by the majority of the anime community. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendencies. An American and an Italian using magic breathing to fight Aztec gods of fitness.
Wamu! 目覚めたまえ我が主たちよ
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders, the part that got most people on JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamonds Unbreakable, Diet JoJo for those who thought part 3 was too violent and plot driven. I want to let the viewers know I did not write this script and I do not agree with that last one. I just want to let you know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, Piano, literally just piano and the power of no you. Another, Final Destination if it was an anime. Overlord, how to make a protagonist OP, done right. Berserk, the manliest anime ever to be forged in the halls of manliness. Pokemon, the only theme known by 3/4 of the planet. Parasite Maxim, hey kids, wanna see a person turn inside out? Because this is the anime for you. One Punch Man, the only show where you want to see the side characters fight more than the main character. One Piece, at this point the author will die before the series is actually finished. Initial D.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Whoa, deja vu, I just been in this time before.
Attack on Titan, everyone you know and love will die. Goblin Slayer. News alert, local man literally too angry to die. Devilman Crybaby, the reason why R-rated movies are a thing. Hellsing Ultimate, watching Dracula kill Nazi vampires to defeat a Rob Zombie's Dracula. I hope you like these anime in one sentence. Again, I don't agree with a lot of these. In all honesty, I'm currently strapped down to a chair.
Welcome to yet another segment for Animation Nation. I like to call this one Animation Recommendation. Here we'll be going over different anime series, giving a description of the shows, summarizing the events within the series, and giving our opinion on it. I'll be covering some minor details within the series, but I'll try my best to stay away from spoilers. The goal of this segment is to give you an idea of some of the different anime out there and possibly pique your interest in some of them. Today we'll be talking about One Punch Man. In a world filled with heroes and dozens of monsters, One Punch Man centers around Saitama, a superhero so powerful he can beat literally anything in one punch. One Punch Man was originally created as a webcomic by the Japanese artist under the name One. It appeared as a webcomic on his website in 2009. After gaining a decent amount of popularity, the manga artist Yusuke Murata, sorry if I butchered that name, asked One for a collaboration, which basically gave One's original webcomic a much-needed upgrade, and eventually gave way to an anime adaptation. There are currently 20 volumes of the manga and 2 anime with 12 episodes each. The show starts off with a monster that looks oddly familiar, completely wreaking havoc on what was a peaceful city. A bald man wearing a yellow jumpsuit and white cape soon arrives at the scene. After exchanging introductions, the man proceeds to kill the monster in one punch, much to his disappointment. We find out that this man who calls himself a hero for fun is named Saitama, and wasn't always cursed with his unbelievable power. He was just a regular unemployed man disappointed with his life, until a fateful day he had to defend a young boy from a very weird crab monster. After the encounter, Saitama devotes himself to becoming a hero so strong he can send monsters flying in one punch. He does this by training so hard that he goes bald. However, we can see how much he regrets this training as he defeats another monster who also looks oddly familiar. He explains that he's become bored with his overwhelming power since there's no one who can even stand up to him. He started to become devoid of emotion and dreams of the day he's able to fight something that's on his level. It sets our second main character, a young cyborg named Genos. After nearly dying to a deadly mosquito monster and being saved by Saitama, Genos, grateful for being saved, asks him to be his teacher. Saitama reluctantly agrees, and after discussing Genos' lengthy/dark backstory,
俺ですか
大丈夫。
俺は15の頃まで生身の人間でした。
人の話を聞かないやつだな。
俺たちの町を襲ってきたんです。暴走サイボーグ。おそらく身体改造に失敗して脳に異常が発生したのでしょう。奴は全てを破壊し尽くしていきました。公園、学校、ビル群、俺の家、そして俺の家族の命までも。クセイの博士は町を襲った暴走サイボーグの強行を止めるため旅を続けている正義の科学者でした。そこで俺がクセイの博士に頼み込み、身体改造手術をしてもらったんです。
なるほど。
あれから4年の月日が経ち、これまで倒した怪物や悪の組織は数知れず、そして1週間前、あの蚊の化け物が現れた時、俺は完全に油断していました。もはやあの暴走サイボーグ以外には負けるわけがないと思い込み、敵のデータ分析もせずに ただ正面から攻撃を開始していました。確実に破壊されていました。俺は埼玉先生に命を救われたのです。クセイの博士に一度救われたこの命、埼玉先生に再び救済されたことによって埼玉先生の一撃を見た時、俺はこの人の下で学ぶしかないと思いました。俺もこれほど強くなれたら、埼玉先生、俺には倒さなければならない宿敵がいるんです。これは俺一人の戦いじゃない。しかし今は何としても巨悪を粉砕する強大な力が必要なのです。クセイの博士は俺に
バカ野郎、20時以内で簡潔にまとめやがれ。
And being attacked by more monsters, Saitama and Genos head over to the source of their current monster problem, the House of Evolution. After reducing the majority of the villainous headquarters to ash, the Saitama and Genos head down into the underground lab where they meet the head of the shady group, Dr. Genos, and his ultimate creation, Carnage Kabuto. Before easily smashing Carnage Kabuto to pieces, Saitama finally reveals how he gained his amazing power. He did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every single day for 3 years. That's it. That's right, folks, you too can get muscles like these, and even these, if you follow this simple exercise plan. Later, Saitama comes across the ninja for hire, Speedo Sonic, whose name is as redundant as it sounds. Sonic was hired to deal with a domestic terrorist group that was targeting some big-wig corporation. They also happen to share a resemblance to Saitama, which is what gets him involved. After Saitama and Sonic's confrontation, Sonic vows to become strong enough to defeat Saitama and names him his rival. Saitama also makes the realization that despite everything he's done, nobody knows who he is. Genos then tells him it might be because he's not a registered hero for the Hero Association. So both Genos and Saitama go to become registered heroes. Saitama completely destroys the physical test required to become a hero, but bombs the written test, while Genos aces both the physical and written test. This puts Saitama as a C-class hero, minor heroes that help with street crimes, and Genos as an S-class hero, major league heroes with serious powers. While the Hero Association continues to recruit more heroes and look further into a growing number of monster appearances, a huge meteor starts barreling towards Earth, threatening to wipe out an entire city and neighboring cities around it. The meteor continues towards Earth despite the efforts of both Genos and the S-class hero Metal Knight. That is until Saitama arrives and destroys the meteor in one punch. Unfortunately, due to the destruction caused by the debris from the meteor and the fact that Saitama is only a C-class hero, many don't believe that he was the one that destroyed it, and those who do blame him for the destruction. Not long after the meteor, a monster known as the Deep Sea King comes to shore with his deep sea folk intent on killing all humans. Despite the valiant efforts of several heroes, the Deep Sea King defeats all of them, including Genos, who he nearly kills. That is until Saitama finally arrives and does what he does best. However, Saitama gives credit to the other heroes by saying he beat a weakened monster, which unfortunately further blacklists him in the public eye, though it does move him up to Class B. Later, all the S-Class heroes gather in the Hero Association HQ, including Saitama, who just tagged along, to address a frightening vision from the Hero Association's Great Seer, Shibabawa. It predicts that a horrible disaster will befall the Earth within 6 months. However, while discussing this, as if on cue, an alien spaceship arrives and completely levels City A. Several of the S-Class heroes, as well as many of the lower-ranked heroes, band together to deal with the invasion. While the other heroes deal with what's happening on the ground, Saitama invades the aliens' floating ship and makes his way to their leader, Lord Boros. Boros explains that he and his gang of space pirates, known as Dark Matter, made their way to Earth, ravaging planets on their way, so Boros, in a similar fashion to Saitama, could find a worthy opponent for his awesome power. An absolutely epic battle ensues between the two of them, and it actually looks like Boros is putting up a good fight. That is until Saitama stops pulling his punches and finishes Boros in one massive blow. After Boros was defeated and the alien ship was taken down, the Hero Association used the wreckage from the ship to rebuild the Hero HQ into an impenetrable fortress, preparing them for what's to come in Season 2. So that's Season 1 of One Punch Man. In my opinion, I think the show's fantastic. It blatantly makes fun of several anime tropes, such as people naming their attacks, overpowered heroes and villains, and ridiculous training methods many heroes go through to get stronger. You wouldn't think an anime about a character that can't be beat would be so entertaining, but this show really gets you invested in the struggles of the main character and the supporting characters. Speaking of, while I didn't talk about them much during the summary, the supporting characters are really what, support the show. Since there isn't much that can phase Saitama, the show tends to focus on the struggles of the supporting characters. For example, Genos. Rightfully, he should be the main character of this show if it were a more traditional anime. He has a legitimate reason to want to get stronger due to his dark past and sense of justice. Yet, despite his already immense power, he's often critical of himself and can struggle and sometimes lose to those stronger than him. There are also a few running themes within the show, like inadequacy and superiority due to the hero ranking system, and differences in power in both heroes and villains. I'm Joshua Allen, and this has been Animation Recommendation. Thank you for watching, and I was hoping I was able to pique your interest in another anime.
It